Hello, everyone. It's Susan Vincentz here. Welcome to part 6 of our Zoom video training series. In part 5, we talked about best practices and some of the security features and some of the presets that you can do on the actual zoom.us site before you ever go in and start scheduling and hosting meetings. Now we're going to talk a little bit about how to manipulate some of those settings within your meeting and activate some of those things that you enabled back on the website. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my Zoom app and just bring it up. So you probably will see me twice on the screen now. And then we are going to look at some of those settings as you're in a meeting. So I've already started a meeting. I'm hosting. I don't actually have any participants right now, but remember you can click to invite participants down here and you can manage participants here. Now, one of those presets that we made was sharing our screen. And when we share our screen in our presets, we told it that only the host could share. So when I go to share screen right here, there's a little arrow right beside that. And this is where you can then change that setting really quickly if you need to. So if there is an opportunity that arises where a student might need to share their screen for some reason, you do have the ability to change that. But what you set up on the website in the presets was that it would automatically just put one participant to share. And then I'm going to go to those advanced sharing options. And then notice it says only the host can share because that's what I told it to do. And then one participant can share at a time. Okay, so I did that. So that's my screen sharing. One of the other things that we talked about and activated that you may or may not have enabled is the breakout rooms. So now I have that option down here. So if I click breakout rooms, because I activated it over on the website in those presets, now I can set up how many ever rooms I choose. Okay, I can divide my class, and then it can assign them automatically. So if you want to just randomize that, or you can assign them manually, and then I'm going to hit create, and it creates those rooms. Then I can assign participants automatically. They've been there. I can even name these rooms whatever I want, so it might name it group 1, group 2, group 3, and so on. Okay, and then I have the ability to go down here, and once people have joined them, you'll see who's in what room. Okay, and you can add rooms if you need to, and then you also have options. So if you're using the breakout rooms, you have these options to allow them return to the main session at any time, or you can set them to close after a certain number of minutes. Okay, so those are just options. Just like you would do breakout sessions in your classroom, you can have those same options within Zoom here. Okay, so then under our participants, normally if you have participants, you're going to have them all listed down here. And remember, you have the ability for each participant, if you're the host, you can mute them individually, or I can, this is your own, but I can mute each participant individually, or I can come down here, I can mute them all, or I can unmute them all. And then if I use my little more button right here and the little arrow, here are those same options, some of those same options that you saw in the presets. So notice we can override our presets if we need to. Okay, so I clicked the more button and the little arrow. So here is where, if I didn't already have my participants muted when they enter, I can do it this way. I can uncheck that box if I need to, or I can check it. So clicking it will uncheck it, and clicking again will check it back. And here's where you can play the little notification sound if you need to. And this is where one of those presets that I did not have set up, but I strongly urge you to, I'm going to uncheck that. And now when I hit more, notice, because that's not checked, it will not allow participants to rename themselves. And then here's another one of those security features that we have urged you. So you've set up the waiting room, you've used that feature, you've let the students into the class. Now, to prevent anyone else that should not be in that meeting locking the meeting is a good practice. So no new attendees can join this meeting once it's locked. Okay. So then if I hit more again, I can unlock it if I need to. So say you get a text message or a email from someone who, oh my goodness, I'm late, something happened, my internet was down, you can unlock it, let them in and go. But it is a good practice and a great security measure if you use that lock feature once the meeting has started. So yes, it'll take you a few tries. Do not be afraid of this. It really is a great tool. Zoom is very good. Just follow those best practices, just like you would follow in the classroom. Follow right here in the digital world. Use a lot of those same classroom management strategies that you would use face-to-face, and you can use them right here. So just follow those security measures. Refer to all of those articles that we have sent to you, several infographics that kind of illustrate some of these best practices. And again, if you need any help at all, please do not hesitate to reach out, and we will certainly be happy to assist. Thank you for everything you're doing, and we certainly appreciate your efforts. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.